The Isle of Man Children's Centre works with over 1,000 children and families each week, and it provides 15 essential local services. Now, it's been around in one form or another for the past 150 years, and I'm with Kerry Sharpe, who's been commissioned to write a book that charts its entire history. That's quite a task you've set yourself there, isn't it?
It is. I think most people think of the Children's Centre as this modern-looking nursery on Woodburn Road in Douglas, but its history stretches right back to 1868. So 2018 will be the 150th year anniversary for the Children's Centre, and they decided that it was a good time now for someone to collate all the information and to just tell the story of the organisation, because it's never been told before.
There's a lot of research to do there, isn't there? How are you tackling it?
Well, I started yesterday at the Manx Museum. The Children's Centre gave all their archives to the Manx Museum for safekeeping. There's 4 huge boxes containing ledgers with admissions into what was then the Douglas Home Mission. That was where the Children's Centre first began in 1868 with the Douglas Home Mission. And you've just got page after page of all these children who came in, mother dead, one mother died of a broken heart, little 5-year-old came in, there was one girl, Mary Forgy, who was just found on the Douglas Pier Head, age 6. Nobody knew where her parents were. It wasn't clear whether she'd been dropped off, you know, she'd sort of come from Liverpool and her parents had left her, or maybe she was meant to go back to the UK with relatives and they'd left her there. And you just think, you know, where did these children come from? And with Mary Forgy, she was actually sent to Canada, because from 1882 through to about 1926, the best thing, it was believed at the time, for orphans was to send them off to the New World. So during this time period, 292 Manx children were sent to Canada to work on farms. So Mary Forgy was sent to Canada.
Now, you're looking for people, aren't you, to come forward who've had experience of the Children's Centre in all its many guises?
That's right. I'd like as many people as possible who've worked at the Children's Centre or lived at what would be the Children's Home, probably from 1910 onwards. The Children's Home was at Knotfield on Glencrutchy Road, and after that at Woodburn Road. I'd like people to come forward so that I can hear their stories. All the interviews will be confidential, and people can make clear to me what's on and what's off the record. But people, if they've got photographs, posters, any memorabilia connected with the Isle of Man Children's Homes or Children's Centre, if they could contact me, that would be fantastic.
And the experiences that you're looking for, I mean, there are probably going to be some quite harrowing tales. You want people to come forward who might not have had the best experience at the Children's Centre. Yes,
I mean, inevitably, unfortunately, in large organisations dealing with children, from Bernardo's to the BBC, there are going to be stories of abuse, for example. But I want to tell the whole story of the Children's Centre, and some of it's going to be good and some of it's going to be bad. But, you know, this is the truth, and I want to know the truth.
So how do people get in touch with you?
I can be contacted at Kerry Sharpe at manx.net, or that people can write to me, care of the Children's Centre, Woodburn Road, Douglas.
And is there a time scale for this? How long do you think it will take you to write?
Well, I've set myself a year. I've got 6 months to research, 6 months to write, and then 6 months to put the book together and actually have it published.
And it's a fascinating subject, isn't it?
It is, because overall it's not just the story of one organisation, it's the story of how we as a nation have cared for what were once known as destitute children.